Crank 'em up.
Happy New Year's, Chasing Tails fans. We are back to annoy you for a whole nother year. 26th edition of Chasing Tails, episode 73. We're going to recap a lot of what's going on in the inboard racing division. Got some galas coming up, conventions coming up, rule proposals, all that stuff we'll get into later, I'm sure. We got JT Brinton, a new APBA Hall of Champion inductee with us tonight. We'll bring him on in a little bit. But first off, guys, ain't seen you in a while. We've been off episodes. What y'all been up to?
Bill and Simmery.
Family Christmas party after family Christmas party after family Christmas party. I am family Christmas partied out, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Hey, but at least you're going to Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Someday.
Going to Mexico.
Someday.
You should have seen him and Sarah trying to figure out what the hell that thing was, man.
I had
Kids
no
ripping all
clue.
the
I mean,
luggage
it's
things
like
off.
it's like an overview of like a resort, a beach, and like luggage bags and like seats that you sit in, lay in the sun, and I'm like, what in the fuck is this? I'm like, I have no clue what this is. And then I just read Mexico, and I'm like, did you get us a trip to Mexico? I'm like, it literally took me. I was staring at it for like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, at first I thought it was like some like kids play thing, like with their little action figures or something.
Oh, yeah.
Made out of cardboard?
And that's why he started playing with it.
Yeah, exactly. He's
You
like,
never-
ooh, I'm going to go here to this resort.
Man, you never know. You never know. I mean, that's what it looked like.
That's
But-
hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah,
We
I
also
was
got
like,
saunas for Christmas. And
Yeah.
Saunas. Dang
Yeah.
right. Get in there and start sweating.
It's right outside my window.
did you try it?
I have
It's
not. I
outside.
set it up. Yeah, I'm scared to set that thing up. I
What
don't
good
got
is a
space for it.
sauna outside in Michigan in the
See,
winter?
my mindset is you stand outside, it gets super cold, then you hop in the sauna, it gets super hot.
Well, I've seen them. I've seen
Oh,
them
yeah.
advertise the sauna, like it's
It's
like a
wild.
pop up sauna, right? With ice tub next to it, a blow up ice tub that you can get in the ice tub, then get in the sauna. By Michigan, you don't need an ice tub; you just stand outside.
Yeah, just stand outside. Look, Austin just went to get in it right now. You talk about it. He going to get in his sauna. Austin, grab your camera. We'll do it live from the sauna.
Well, that's what I'm showing y'all. It's set up.
Dang right. Got a little chair in there and
Yeah,
everything.
it came with a
There's
seat and all.
little thing that actually pumps in the steam. It goes right under your ass, so you know your ass gonna be sweaty. But
Austin, I just
Wow.
want to let you know, after you put water in it, you have to bring the steam machine inside so it doesn't freeze and crack.
I have somewhat of a brain sometimes.
I'm just checking. What are you doing? Oh, that must be his.
Slide a door.
His
Closing
blind.
the
Triple over
blinds.
sim rigs.
Oh, no, I'm in it.
That's awesome.
I'm in it.
All right, so what do you guys think? Instead of getting into all our BS and stuff we're going to rant about for a while, what should we go ahead and bring JT on, talk about his
Yeah.
season?
Let's do
not
that
make
because
him-
we don't
let's
want
not
to.
make him wait.
We don't want to do anything to scare him off.
All right, let's go ahead and bring JT Brinton on. Hey,
Hey,
how's
guys.
it going tonight?
Good, thank you.
So, first off, like we said earlier, congratulations on your season. It's an incredible feat for a flat bottom person to make it into the Hall of Champions. I'm not sure who else
Thank you, guys.
besides
Appreciate
Duff
that.
has got in. Did your dad ever get in the Hall of Champions?
I'm not sure if he did. I think Dustin made it in a year or two ago. I think
Okay.
that they made a
Yeah.
run for it.
Yep.
Yep, I do remember
So-
that.
Yeah, it's tough for us to get in there. But, I mean, it happened this year.
That's awesome.
That's cool. What took you a while to get in the boat? Why did you not start earlier with your dad racing for many years and Duff driving you guys' boats, stuff like that? Why did it take so long for you to get your start?
I mean, in reality, I did start when I was 16. I started driving an SE boat. Same boat, actually, that I'm driving now, just with a different motor. And I raced it as an SE for a couple of years and then stepped up to run as a pro stock before the pro stock class got killed off with the capsule rule, actually. Really only had like half a season, got to run it as a pro stock before that happened, and then had to switch to the SA class basically at that point. But I just grew up in the sport, but with the flat bottom classes, the minimum age was 16, so I just kind of waited around for that. My dad and Duff, they're not really hydro guys at the end of the day. So, you know, don't have a hydro sitting around just waiting for a kid to get top in it, you know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that brings us to a next point on that, on the flat bottom side of it. When you started at 16, do you feel that that rule could have been younger, or maybe more of a limited horsepower SE could work as a younger step so kids don't have to wait that long?
You know, it probably could. You know, there's older boats out there, older flat bottoms that are 16 foot as well as 18 footers. That's pretty common. And that with maybe a small, you know, the small class would be feasible. It's just, I feel like you'd almost have to limit it though to like a junior class in itself to put those drivers by themselves, you know. Unfortunately, I know APBA has a driving school, but there's not, I don't believe there's a flat bottom as an option, right? So there's no real way for the youth to come up in it other than if you're actually raised in it, so to speak. And even then, same thing, you don't have the opportunity until you're 16 years old. So it's hit or miss. I mean, the flat bottoms are a little bit different, obviously, driving. I'm sure if any of you have ever had the option or a chance to do it, but one day we'll have.
I mean, I would. I would jump in.
Well, Brandon, you're getting close with a skiff, though. I mean,
yeah. Well,
have you watched him in the skiffs? You don't want him in a flat bottom.
Mm-mm.
We've learned.
Nope.
Yeah, I was there in the back on the other year, so.
Yep, we done with that. But maybe I've had better luck in a flat bottom. Can't get much worse.
I mean, they're a whole different animal to drive, and as much as like I'd like to say, seeing younger kids hop into it, I do think it takes a bit more maturity before you can set yourself in a boat like that and really be capable of handling it well. So there's a difference between just driving the boat around a circle, but then also knowing how to drive the boat, and that just comes with time and experience, unfortunately. So
yeah. So tell our fans a little bit more, because we don't obviously have that flat bottom experience. Tell them about more of the driving style of a flat bottom, what you got going on with your foot pedals and things like that with the cavitation plate. Explain a little bit of that for them.
Yeah, so as the title of the name of the class is, flat bottoms, the boat's flat on the bottom predominantly. A couple little strakes just to, and then some center skegs basically just to keep it in line. At the end of the day, it's your trim control is a cavitation plate on the back that you control with the foot pedal. Certain boats are set up differently, but predominantly it's just one pedal. The pressure of the water as you're driving will want to push it up, so you're constantly adjusting to bring it down, basically. When your boat's ideally set upright, as you're going down a straightaway, you should be able to pretty much come up all the way off the pedal, and then that way the boat's kind of the loosest and kind of wanting to float, or the front end, the front end's kind of floating the best, basically. And as you come into a turn, you're plating down to get the boat to bite in, and then sink through the set through the turn, basically. As you come out of turn, off the pedal again. Not unsimilar to, the foil you guys have on your boats, but it's a lot more sensitive, I think. And it does take a bit to get set up right for most boats. And then you change motors and engines and all that, it will play with how the boat affects or boat handles too. Driving style wise, I mean, at the end of the day, it's pretty similar to a hydro in that sense that, when your best starts and best timings and fastest way around the course.
Yeah,
straight turn left.
We would be screwed because what I'm hearing is their pedal system for their cavitation plate is backwards than our wing system.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
See, I've never use the wing in the.
Yeah, so we'll use our foot in the straightaway to bring the wing up, and then in the corner we'll let off of it. So
so we're doing the opposite side.
That could get bad real quick.
See, I kind of had like a simulated experience in Barker's boat because his actuator switch was the opposite of the one that we ran the first year. Bob actually warned me about it, and I totally forgot sitting in the boat. Went out there into the first turn, hauling, just started dropping it coming out of the turn. I was like, "What's going on? Why is it going that way?"
That's like having your steering cables hooked up backwards. You think you can do it. You think mentally, like, I can get around the corner. No. just pull her back in.
As soon as you start going, you just lose it. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So what do you say the biggest rush is driving the flat bottom? Is it cornering, straightaways? What do you think?
I mean, I would say back to when I could run it as a pro stock and didn't have, we've been running the SA class and we have the 105 mile an hour speed limit because that's what insurance has deemed safe. But when they didn't have that, just that feeling of the boat playing, like getting on plane in a straightaway and just flattening out, because it kind of goes, it's like a hump that you have to get over with a flat bottom when you're going down the straightaway. It like drags, it kind of feels like it's dragging, and then it'll just all of a sudden like lighten up and the boat starts kind of just, not, similar to the way that your hydroplanes kind of, you walk a tiny bit. The flat bottoms kind of get a little bit of a lighter feeling when you're going fast and they're, at their top end, basically. And
definitely look a little light.
Yeah.
You guys get them up there quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, they won't do that like a hydro will. I mean, they'll rock back and forth a little bit, which, can be a little deceiving, especially when the rollers come through from a start line or, a score up. And that, you always got to watch out for those. But yeah, I mean, it's just exhilarating feeling going that kind of speed in the boat.
Nice. So what causes a flat bottom to corkscrew in a corner?
Besides skid fins.
So are you saying to flip or
Ryan Timmerman, like he was going all of a sudden it just went up like that? What causes that?
I'm pretty sure him and Jody did the same thing too, but man, somehow kept that boat upright. He got lucky with that one. It's just just hitting a roller, hitting a wave basically, and the boat catches the chine or just kind of sinks into the hole basically, and then that's what sends it up. So they're pretty unforgiving in a turn as far as if you get yourself into kind of trouble like that.
Yeah, with the shape of them, I feel like they'll kind of steer themselves if they catch the right wake or whatever.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. So
I was sitting in my boat looking directly down that straightaway, like it was almost like a crosshair in my windshield when he did that. I wish I had my helmet camera on. It would be such cool footage.
Yeah, that was
because that was a little scary one. I've never really, the only real serious flat bottom accident that I've gotten to see was when Dale Hernandez got launched in Ken Island the one year, I think.
When he Superman
that one was pretty gnarly, but I haven't seen a lot of flat bottom accidents.
Yeah, I've seen a couple over the years, obviously, with how much we were in the sport. Most of them have been Duff, unfortunately.
Often hard on equipment.
I've seen a few of Duff's throughout the years.
Yeah, so
was it your guys' boat? It wasn't your boat when he went through the Kilo and had his wreck, was it?
No, that was Terry Bilberry.
Okay.
Yeah, the white K boat that was.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, then when he was running the Kilo record, pretty sure if I remember correctly, he broke the prop shaft or something broke underneath and it locked up, and that's what made it do what it did.
That was crazy. You guys still hold the Kilo record, right?
Duff does with Mike Stock's boat from out west. Yeah, we still hold the Pro Stock Kilo record though for Pro Stock class. So
we had set in Pontiac. Where was that set? Was that at Pontiac?
No. I think the website was messed up. It's saying it was set in Pontiac, which it wasn't.
That Pro Stock Kilo one.
Is it Lincoln City?
I think it was out west. I'm trying to remember what course it was at. But
so there was Lincoln City. Lincoln City out west did the Kilo for a long time.
Never mind. I'm an idiot. That's the engine.
Shocker, but it's a Pontiac engine.
It was done in Crescent City, it says.
There you go.
That's
another
City.
one in Oregon.
Okay.
Florida.
Yeah, but I think didn't they run them in Florida once or twice too?
Yeah.
I want to say
it says this was Florida.
Yeah, so that's what I'm remembering. Yeah.
137's moving, man.
Yeah, it's fast on a boat. So they used to have the closed course records too for most of that with the Pro Stock as well. Then quite a few years ago, Dave Villwalk had a Pro Stock with technically I think it's considered experimental now. The boat's not legal anymore because it was running a skeg on the outside.
Yeah,
like a hydro.
Yeah, they moved on making that illegal pretty fast.
Yeah,
which I mean, I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think it should be allowed or not allowed?
It's such an odd design for a flat bottom in my mind. I mean, there's always the argument for innovation and making a boat better, but
yeah,
it
takes away the traditional look of the flat bottom.
That's the thing. Yeah, the flat bottom class is all of them are so based on tradition and just what the boats were.
Just 50, like skiffs. Yeah, I think flat
bottom. Exactly. What happened when they tried to put the roll cage on, or when they did put the roll cage on the skiffs, and I think that was one you could get away with not really killing the tradition.
For sure.
I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about, but I kind of feel like I got an idea, and it does sound very off base.
They had a skid fin off the side of the.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, but the majority of boats, 99% of them aren't built to adapt to that. They're not engineered to have that design basically.
Wasn't there? I think there was.
I was trying to find a picture, but if you Google Dave Villwalk skid fin flat bottom, you see a lot of crashes. A couple of them in a flat bottom.
Wasn't someone in New York, I believe, had them build a flat bottom with a skid fin on it. He drove for Zabady for Eric Kahn.
Yeah, he just sold his boat.
Yeah,
did he?
He just sold that boat to a guy out west. Yeah, but that green capsule boat that you guys probably saw like back on. Yeah, that has the ability to have that fin put on it. Okay. It's got like this step out in it, basically.
I see.
There we go. I found it. It's flipping, but I found the fin. There it is down there.
It didn't have enough angle in it.
Also, if you see how short the center fin is on it too, they were trying to just play with geometry of the boat basically.
Yeah.
But Eric just sold that boat
with that on, right?
No, I've not.
No, not to. As far as I know, Villwalk's the only one that had one, right?
That's the only one that I'm aware of that actually raced it competitively. And like I said, he set the records with it, and then they did outlaw it. I believe it's not allowed in the rules anymore. I'm pretty sure there's a rule about like everything having to be center line of the boat or something like that. So
okay, yeah.
You would think they would remove those records then. That would make sense, but if you can never do that again and it was that efficient, but hey, what do we know? We're just podcast.
So what do you think the chances are there being a resurgence of K-boats coming back?
K-boats is going to be a hard one. I think you have a better chance of seeing capsule pro stocks again.
Really?
Yeah. Well, especially now with what's going on out west. What's his name? I just broke that. They just Tom Buckles is the guy that owns the team out there, but it was the Orange El Cid boat that was Mike Stock's first one, basically. Yeah. They just destroyed that this past summer.
Yeah, I seen that.
Corey Ferguson was driving it. That's who it was. But that boat's gone, completely destroyed. There's no chance that there's nothing left. The capsule's left actually, but and ironically, that capsule actually has been in 2 other boats prior to that boat. That's the same capsule that Duff crashed that white kilo, the one he did for the white kilo record. Really? And then it was also in a yellow K boat that preceded the white K boat. So he broke. Wow. He destroyed both those boats. The capsule survived all of them, and then the capsule went into the El Cid boat, which is the orange one, and then lived there until now.
Sounds like we should just burn that capsule. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's job, but it's cursed.
Yeah,
it's doing its job. That's for sure.
I don't know. I just remember growing up watching the K boats, and they were awesome. It was awesome to watch because they were super fast, and they were.
I would love to see him come back. That'd be cool. It's just, we're getting to the point though where there's so few of them left, or so few capsule boats on the East Coast to start with, and then drivers too. There's not a whole lot of drivers out there anymore that really, in my mind, should be driving a K boat in that sense.
Yeah. Do you guys still have your K boat?
Yeah, my dad still actually has his. It's the big red one that has the kind of the different looking capsule in it.
Okay, yeah.
There's a photo of it somewhere, but
doesn't that one have the breakaway lid on it?
I'll try to find it.
Or am I?
It was like an Ald Henderson cockpit, wasn't it?
I can't remember who made it. So
You sure it wasn't
if you look up on
Sirius
Pierce's
XM?
website, I don't know if you
on F. Pierce's website.
Yeah, Pierce's website. If you just search our last name, it'll probably pop up in there at some point. But yeah, but I mean, we're talking about if we can't get K-boats, we were talking about pulling it out of storage and putting a pro stock motor in it and running it as a pro stock this coming season. So,
do you think you can get a group of guys? Okay,
that's actually from what we're about.
Wow.
Yeah, another topic. Duff and them all going down to Australia in the next week or so.
Yeah.
What boat is he running there?
He's running Mike Stock's, another one of Mike Stock's boats.
Is it that blue and orange one?
Yeah, it's the one painted in the Gulf color scheme. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Okay.
They sent that one down, and I think there's one other one that went with them, if I remember correctly.
Brought a backup
That's gonna
boat
be exciting.
in case he wrecks it.
Those bad boats have improved since over the years, like when you guys went down and Duff went last time. I feel like that class is on a surgence, and I don't know what kind of engine rules they got.
They're impressive, those boats down there.
Looks like the engine rules you can run whatever you want. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I mean the original K-boat class is that way too. I mean there's no size restriction as far as the motor size. Really, what goes kind of thing. So I mean, it was common for a while to be running 500s in that size, and then Mike stepped it up the last couple of years, and I think they've been running in the 600. I mean low 600s, but big motors basically. So.
Wow. So do you think you can get enough pro stocks to come out?
I'm hoping we can. So our old boat we sold to Paul Fitzgerald, and he actually just finished redoing it. I think he ran it. Yeah, he did run it at Hampton for some testing. No, was it
Cambridge?
Maybe it was Cambridge. Sorry, Hampton. He ran it at Cambridge for testing, and I think they're getting everything squared away on it. So painted it yellow like all of his boats are.
Yeah.
But we've got him. We're hoping that Eric would stick around, but that boat's gone now. And then I'm trying to think who else has one. Joey Reagan has a K-boat that's sitting in storage that we're hopefully trying to convince him to do the same thing, put a pro stock motor in it and call it a day. Actually, he brought it to PACOM, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he brought it to PACOM. Frank was driving it. So.
Then you got the Vision sitting up in Buffalo or Grand Island, wherever it's at.
Still sitting up there, yep. So
probably still got the big block sitting in it.
I mean, that's the same thing.
Pictures of the Vision being towed around, I think, last winter. So it was moving. The trailer was moving anyway, not the boat, but the boat was on the trailer.
Yeah, I saw something from Bob Stoddard and Rachel on Facebook saying that they were getting the boat back together, and I was like, oh, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
A lot of the problem too with a lot of the East Coast guys is that they're home buddies, is what it seems like, and they'll come out to 1 or 2 races a year, and it's hard to get them to commit to anything past that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
The same problem with the hydros.
But it is what it is.
Hopefully
we can get 1 or 2 races together.
Maybe convince Jody Klaus to go to pro stock.
Gotta get him a boat then.
I know Klaus's have enough boats sitting around. They can make one a pro stock, right?
I'm sure they could. So,
is there hull wise between K-boat pro stock and then pro stock to Sportsman Advanced, Sportsman Entry? Are there pretty significant differences?
Not a whole lot. The class rules just over the years have changed a little bit. But traditionally, pro stock, a minimum hull size was a 16-foot boat, and then maximum was an 18-foot. And then K-boats, it was I believe it was a minimum of 18 more recently. And a lot of the minimum 18, max 21, or they had a special rule put in for 21. And I actually, a couple of years ago, got them to implement that 21-foot rule into the pro stock class as well, just so that I can take my dad's 21-foot K-boat and run it as a pro stock, just to make class, basically. So
yeah.
Rules like that make sense in times when boat count's a problem.
And I mean, we still struggle with it, obviously. I mean, when we all got down to Lakeland for Orange Cup this past year, I mean, there was only 3 of us, 3 SAs that showed up. We were hoping for at least 4, didn't have it. So we were fortunate that Patrick Hughes, he was another guy out of Tennessee, he had brought an SE with him, and he stepped up and ran as an SA with us so that we could have boats for the weekend so we could set records.
Yeah.
Three boat starts legal, but you need 4 boat start for records.
For a record, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that made all the difference in the world to get in the Hall of Champions, didn't it?
It did, yeah. So
it was important.
That was one of the big things.
How was when you broke the record in Decatur? What was margin? Was it pretty good margin? I don't know previous numbers.
So this is actually how it worked out. Previously, with the SA class, there was no records because it was a speed limit class, and so then APBA decided to change it this past year. So starting for the 2025 season, they were allowing records. So no records stood when Decatur came around, and Decatur was the first course, I believe, that was certified that we had the opportunity to set it. So I set the record in Decatur, and that was for the mile and a quarter, and I was at 89.8 or something, 89.6 miles per hour average. Mm-hmm. And then really the next opportunity that we had to break it was Lakeland. And I think, sorry, I'm trying to remember offhand. I think we broke it and set it at like 94.6. So there's a pretty good little margin on there. So,
yeah. It's a big jump up. Big time.
That's so cool. The Decatur one in the website's actually out of date. It's the Florida.
Yes, yeah. The Lakeland is the most recent. So
gotcha.
That'll be the new one. So.
I think that is a great way to, if anybody was, oh, the record was, you set the first record, is it you went and beat it, your own record. So that's.
Yeah. Well, he established it in Decatur, and then he went and broke it in Lakeland. Unlike there's been some shady records in the past where someone went and did a like 20 mile an hour pass in a quarter mile to establish it, and the next day they went out faster so they could break it. It's like that doesn't really count. Yeah.
And part of it too, like Decatur was also Eastern Divisional, so it's like you don't want to be holding back to, you want to win, but you also don't want to. Yeah, it's that balance of trying to set your own record.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's cool.
So how's this speed limit thing work, and how's that making you guys set boats up? Are you trying to hit 105 maybe at the start finish line, just kind of carry that speed, or what are you guys trying to do?
I mean, my boat will do over 105 the way that it's set up, just because the power plant that's running. Goal basically is to, run as fast. Obviously, it's like any other race, as fast as you can without going over 105 the whole course. I mean, whole straightaway, I'm watching a speedometer and watching 103, 104 creep up, and trying not to let the boat lift for a second, just enough to, that's all it takes is just one little hop or one.
Jumps it up.
Yeah, and it'll go to 107, 108 real quick like that. So, as far as setup wise, that's my boat. Like I said, my boat go well over, and I just kind of baby it and watch the speedometer. It's nice having, even though the boat wants to go faster, having that power is there for the turns is amazing, because then I can carry through the turn at 95, 98 mile an hour still. Especially on a bigger course, like that's what we were doing in Lakeland with it being a mile and a quarter. And Lakeland set up too, that giant back curve to it was perfect for that.
Okay, so you were about the only one that thought that big turn on the mile and a quarter was perfect.
Probably. We enjoyed it. It worked. It worked for what we needed.
Yep.
Because that's where for us we lose in the speed in the turn, as with any boat.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to carry it like that.
So a big course is probably pretty boring to you. You probably like a course with like 2 tight turns, so try to just let it rip down the straightaway after you come out of a tight corner.
Yeah, I mean, with the way our boat's set up, so I run it's all a pro stock motor. It's a 499 Pontiac, and it's probably making about 850, 900 horsepower. So it, coming out of a turn, you can just lay it, put your foot down, and it just hauls, and that's where it shines compared to a lot of the other motors or other boats that are out there. The other thing too, I drive a Racing Craft. That's the manufacturer of the boat, and it's a lot heavier of a boat than a lot of the other ones out there. So, to put it in perspective, when Duff was in Florida at Lakeland and his boat weighed in at 1860 or something, there's a whole debacle about that too. He actually came in 5 pounds underweight and didn't get his record, so the record fell to me for the mile course.
Jeez,
that was he was unhappy about that because he had the boat weighed earlier in the year and swore that it was heavy enough. So,
all scales are different.
Well, that's the thing. So, but yeah, his boat weighs in right at like 1850, which is the class minimum, and my boat weighs in at close to 2300. So it's almost 500 or 400 to 500 pounds difference in weight. So with that, it turns so much better because it has the weight to sit in the turn, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just different. It's a different world.
That's awesome.
So. It's interesting.
There's a lot to learn about flat bottoms. Been in this sport my whole life, and I just learned more tonight about flat bottoms than the past 40 years.
Yeah, same, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
what do you brought it up? Oh, go ahead, Bob.
How long have you guys been racing? I mean, I grew up watching your guys' boats run, but I just never knew how long you guys have been in.
Yeah. I mean, my dad was racing before I was born, so I think he started probably, I would say, in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And then Duff, even prior to that. My dad, when he ran, he used to run in the GN endurance class. The old, they did the 20, 30 lap races and stuff like that. So that's where he did pretty well in that world, so to speak. Met Duff over the years, and they got together, and he liked being the having the pro stock that Duff drove for him, and then my dad drove a K-boat, and Duff drove a K-boat, so it was a little bit of everything going on there for a while, but, it's been a long time. So.
Yeah, I remember for years looking back, you guys would show up with a white hauler, 2 boats, painted the same color, white tents, just everything looked pristine, everything looked great.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
The heydays of the boat racing motorsports. I mean, back into the early 2000s was probably the peak of it, and still had car dealers car manufacturers sponsoring the races and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we were sponsored by Sirius Satellite Radio before they were Sirius XM for a while. I mean,
wow.
There used to be money in the sport before the economy.
Were you guys sponsored by Kentwood before?
Yes, yeah, Kenwood radios and Sirius.
Okay. Yeah.
So did that have any influence to what you do for a living now, the Kenwood sponsorship? Or no connection?
No, never even thought about it.
Okay. Well, and you might as well explain to everyone what you do for a living too. We always seem to forget that question to people because people think
so I used to. Well, as of right now, I'm actually stay-at-home dadding it. So we have a 5-month-old girl at home. So taking some time off.
Congrats.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, taking some time off and trying to be present for that. But prior to that, I worked in the music industry. I live just outside of Nashville currently, and I worked behind the scenes, like audio and tech and instrument repair kind of stuff. And so I toured with a couple different artists over the years. A lot of time on the road, a lot of time traveling, but any type of like live concert show, stuff like that, I would be working an event like that. So,
that's cool.
There was a good stint where I didn't get a whole lot of races in for a couple of years, just because music industry concerts are always on weekends. When you think about summertime and festivals and stuff like that. But
so you can be our lead guy when we do Chasing Tails music and festival and boat race.
Yeah, exactly.
Be perfect. Let's go.
All right, so I gotta ask, your engine, it's a Pontiac. Can you even still get parts for that thing?
It's hard. Not really.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. The one that I've been running this past year is still Pontiac at heart. It's got Pontiac Super Chief or Big Chief heads on it. They don't make those anymore. I think Dart makes something similar, but the actual Pontiac branded stuff that doesn't really exist anymore other than old stuff. So I know my dad's got a set or two of, unmolested heads sitting on the shelf. They're just waiting for, when I break something next time. But pretty much, anything new is Dart block and stuff, and Dart heads and stuff like that nowadays for what we've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, when I heard Pontiac, I was like, "Holy crap! When did they stop producing stuff?" It It had to be like early 2000s. I think they stopped.
Ask Austin how hard it is to find parts. He's got a car.
He's got
put them all over the road. Right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Austin's still got a Pontiac car.
Getting new fuel lines is damn easy. I'll tell you that. Putting them in,
that's great.
it's not going to blow up now.
Hey, we're making it safer by the day. Ain't got no airbags, but it ain't gonna blow up.
It's got airbags. I think it's good.
Yeah, Austin's got a better chance of getting killed in his car than he does his race boat, man.
Right.
Oh, I got to do. I'm gonna do rapid fire questions.
Oh dear. But before you do that, Bob,
I got to come up with them first.
He's got to come up with them. You know, you could pre-plan.
Yeah,
we've been off episodes for 2 weeks. You could prepare, but
you think I'm prepared? Come on.
He's like, I just came up with half my questions just now during this episode.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it earlier, talking about the Bad Boat Challenge they're doing over there. What do you think of? Because the flat bottom or displacement racing over there is a little bit different than over here. What do you think of their kind of the slower, almost? I mean, it's basically one pin turns and. Seems like the strategy there is how quick can you get the throttle down and stay in it.
Yeah, I mean that's my experience and what I saw when I was there, and what I still witness to this day. It's a drag race from pin to pin, basically. Yeah, set up the boat so you can get the power down and get out of the turn fast and make the turn is key. You know, their hulls are a little bit different on a lot of their boats. Smaller, flat area on it for the straightaways, and there's step sides to them on a lot of them so that they can make that roll. It's a whole different setup. I mean, those guys are pushing big power motors. I mean, because again, they're basically drag racing from pin to pin.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a challenge for when we go down there. Definitely for Duff too. I mean, the boat's capable of the speeds. It's just whether or not he's able to get it up to speed that fast for for those types of courses. And I think if I remember correctly, usually over the course of the 2 weekends, there's a different. The first course is on a river and it's tight and it's a one pin turns basically, and then there's another course that they run that I believe is a little bit wider, like more traditional oval-esque, so to speak, or more like a 3-pin course, something like that. And that's where I think that boat shines at that point. So.
Gotcha. So is most of the design in the ones out there for I don't even want to say fast because they're not really turning particularly fast, but I guess at the speed that they're capable of is that kind of where that design comes in, the step ups on the sides?
It seems like it, yeah, just because of the types of courses that they run down there. A lot more rivers and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So
they brought them over here.
It's a different twist on flat bottoms. I know they're not technically flat bottoms, I guess, but
they
brought
interesting to see.
They brought like 4 or 5 of them over here one time and tried to get the class to take off over here. I think they were even in Waterford, maybe, if I remember correctly. Or somewhere out east, but mostly out west. Just never took off, but I think we're true traditionalists in the APBA world to give that a shot. Well, I would say I'd probably take one of those to HRL courses, run one of them at Brockville versus flat bottom. I think might have a better shot.
Yeah.
High speed.
Did you ever race up at Valleyfield? Had you gotten in started?
I did. I got there for 1 year, 2017. I remember being up there. That was a big year for flat bottoms. We had a bunch of us that all showed up that year. I remember Jennings came from out west, and we had a big field because they had to run 2 or 3 heat classes to narrow it down for the finals. And it ended up being like a 10-boat final on that course, which was trash. The water was terrible. Yeah. I mean, the whole weekend it was so rough that week. Valleyfield with those cement barriers on the sides, it's just everything just washes right back in.
You also come up to Sorrel, then you'd love it.
No flat bottom going to run on that course.
Might even be worse.
Pleasure boat don't run on that course.
Rollers, since that's kind of an issue for you guys.
Yeah,
you mean like
not
where Bob
stuffed? Yeah, right where Bob did it.
Yeah,
what'd I do?
Stuffed in Brockville.
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah.
That was a bad one, boys. Before the race, that was embarrassing and bad.
Yeah.
But I was doing a timing run. I mean, come on, you don't take it easy on timing runs. I mean, you could be like Mark Johnson. That dude's flipped. He flipped before races. He flipped after races.
Holy crap! Yep, he's done it all.
He's done it all.
Bob's deflecting.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
have you tossed yourself out of one yet, JT? Or are you
I have not, and I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up because now I got to go knock on wood.
Sorry.
There's been a couple times that were like close, and I'll say I think the seat that's in my boat has a lot more to do with it. I have kind of like more of a defined pinch seat as opposed to the armchair kind of pinch seats that you see a lot of guys run. So it's a little tighter of a grab around the chest.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, no strap, no tethers, no straps, anything like that. It's free game, get thrown kind of thing. So
yeah.
But no, fortunately,
after riding in a skiff, you guys are crazy. That's crazy enough, and it's got seatbelts.
Yeah, I tested a skiff without seatbelts once, and that's enough for me. I didn't like it. I was going so slow. So you guys are good.
I remember I was down in Florida, and we were taking Bill Darby's skiff out, and he's like, "Here, it's your turn to drive." Okay, I'm like putting my seatbelts on. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Putting my belts on." He's like, "You don't need those," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Yeah. Their seatbelts are here for a reason. I'm putting them on.
I wish I could find. Yeah, there's a video from Valleyfield, and Valleyfield's great with the shots because you see the whole course from that above vantage point, which is really neat. At least when they did it back when we were there, and there's a shot of me going down the backstretch once and hitting a roller, and you can just see the boat wobble, and it's funny. Everybody on shore was like, "We thought you were losing it," and then like you see the onboard video, and it doesn't look nearly as bad.
Yeah,
and yeah, I wonder if I can find that real quick.
Did you think you were losing it?
No, see that's the thing.
Okay,
it's like it's in that moment it's like this is bad, but it's like it's not like the boat's gonna go over or anything like that. But it looks way worse than it is. So
that's happened to me a lot. People were like, "Oh, you had the boat so out of control." I'm like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, if it didn't feel like it was doing anything bad. That was
90% of your career.
Yeah, pretty much every heat.
But it never feels like it's doing anything stupid.
Yeah, so let's see if I can find it real quick.
Bob kept asking what that up and down switch on the steering wheel was for the first 3 years.
Hell, even testing up in Cadillac, you damn near tried to buzz the tower on the pontoon boat.
Dude,
walking the
thing.
If
you would have blown it over there, I honestly wouldn't even helped. I'd have been like, you can get yourself out. You can swim that thing in.
The funny thing is, get this, me testing up in Cadillac, and that's the year they raced that boat. That's the fastest that boat went all season.
What are you talking about? That was
throttle trace.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It's not. You're full of it.
Until Caesar's Creek. That was until Caesar's Creek.
The guy with 20 years driving can go faster than the guys with 0. Amazing. You got your questions yet?
Yeah, I got my questions. You want me to do them now?
Answer them. Does anybody have any other?
I found the final video. Are you talking 2019?
This was 2017. I actually just found it here. I wonder if I could. Let me see if I know how to do technology.
So at the bottom, there's a share, and then do the screen option instead of presentation.
Okay,
that's what that's for?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Bobby, no, it's not for your screen.
We don't want to see what's on your screen.
We don't want to see them tabs.
Man.
There we go.
This was one of the qualifiers, and it was just me and Duff playing back and forth with each other the entire race, which was kind of neat. But you'll see here where the boat settles in, and it was hauling, and then there's a roller that it's hard to see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like little whoop-de-doo kind of thing, so.
But, yeah, I would have asked you the same thing. The same thing.
That was close.
That's wild.
All right. But you didn't feel like it was close. Just felt like it was normal.
Just a little.
Yeah, it just gave me the heart shakes. I'll take it. Man, I'll take a hydro. I ain't getting in one of them things. Sorry.
No, because at least you got a sponsor to keep you from just going over.
Right.
I will say flat bottoms are one you hear the Valleyfield fans bring up in the comments a lot. They love them. They want to see them back.
Have they ever approached HRL or Valleyfield about doing the essays, being it's quote unquote safer?
I'm not sure. HRL, CBF, there's a whole fight between the two of them too. So I'm not sure which governing body there would even be the ones to deal with, because it was CBF, which is Canadian, or yeah, CBF, I think, but the Canadian guys, them dealing with HRL to get flat bottoms in most of the time. So I'm not sure. I mean, it'd be worth the effort. So.
I mean, hopefully someone from HRL is watching, but I mean, Valleyfield is supposed to be a bigger and better race than any race around, so they say. So put on the exciting classes, like put on one of the flat bottom classes, like put on pro stocks. Let's go. But yeah, they need skiffs, pro stocks, Texas tri halls. Always got to add Texas tri halls. If you don't know, have you ever seen Texas tri halls before?
I have, yeah.
They are freaking awesome.
So they just got to get 5 of them, and no teams. Like they pick drivers from every class out of a hat for the heats. It's not even a championship. It's just a filler. Go out there, exhibition.
It's like Race of Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be sweet.
Would you ever run a flat bottom versus a hydro like they do over in Australia?
Sure, why not?
We should do it.
Got to do one. We'll have to do it with the capsule boats, so that way we won't run into any legal issues with.
Yep. There you go. Put the K boat motor back in. We'll run it against the GP.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure what insurance company Australia uses, but they're awesome.
They got the cool one. They allow flip flops in the pits and everything. It's the cool one.
They're mostly running capsule boats over there, I think, though, right? Because it's like the way they go through the turns. They would
for the most part.
Everything.
Yeah, I would say probably 95% of their boats probably have capsules at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they were way ahead of us even back in 2005, 2006 when we first went over there. Majority of their boats had capsules at that point.
Yeah,
what do you think the resistance is to the capsules over here? Just the heritage history of them?
Stubborn.
Heritage, cost. You know, it's a bit invasive of a process when the boat's not built with it in mind. And then trying to figure out how that boat's going to handle in the future. It does take some time and effort to do it right.
Yeah. It changes the weight distribution a lot, I assume.
It's a good bit, yeah. So you got to play around with it. A lot of guys too, they just are hesitant to get in a capsule. If they haven't driven in a capsule before, it's a whole different mindset. You know, obviously, as you guys know, with your boats, a lot of guys, they feel like it's too restrictive and they don't like the feeling in there. But
it does change a lot. It changes your vision a lot. You know, you can't just turn around and look behind you anymore.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest, feeling-wise, that's the biggest difference is the vision side.
Well, you also lay down a lot more. I mean, when he's in his boat, look, he's sitting up. He's almost sitting straight up.
It's pretty much vertical. It's sitting straight up, basically. Yeah. Majority of flat bottoms, that's how it is.
Yeah. Now with a capsule, you're pretty much laid down compared to what you generally drive as. So, all right, boys, I got these rapid fire questions. These are just some random questions thrown together. You answer them. I ask you, you answer it. We'll move on to the next one. Just supposed to be pretty fast. So
yeah, Bob, I'm pretty sure everybody understands what rapid fire is.
Yeah, you
don't really have to explain that, Bob.
You know, there's some people you have to tell. I mean,
well, that would have been Mike Monahan and Dinosaur Dan.
Dinosaur Dan. That's a good one. All right, ready? Favorite class to race in? Did you not?
Yeah.
All right, let's start again.
All right, you ready? Favorite class to race in?
Stock.
Shot of vodka or Fireball?
Fireball.
What's your favorite part of boat racing?
Just the community, people.
What's better, a mile or a quarter mile? Mile and a quarter, I mean. Mile or mile and a quarter?
Mile and a quarter.
Chicken wings or steak?
Steak.
Who'd you look up to in boat racing while growing up?
My dad and Duff.
Do you think you could drive a skiff?
Yes.
All right.
That makes one of us.
Where's your favorite place to race?
Lakeland, probably. Second,
right,
back on. Sorry.
Last one. If you could race any boat in history, which one would it be?
Ooh.
That is tough.
That's a tough one.
In that category of racing, I feel like it's particularly tough.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sticking with like flat bottom esque, probably one of like the old F service runabouts that they used to run, the ones with the big Allison engines in them. That'd be pretty neat. If I could jump classes, obviously like the old Miss Budweiser or something like that, just for the activity.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think if I had to pick a flat bottom that I could go back and drive, it would be the Fission. For some reason, growing up watching that thing, it was pretty cool. I like the paint job on it, and
that's because the Fission juice she had at softball game.
The Fission juice.
That was a good looking boat. So
yeah, it's a shame that it's sitting on a trailer wasting its life away, but maybe one of these days we'll see it run again. Yeah, I really wish something will work out and K-boats start coming back around, because I mean, it's like the K-boats are like the GP class of hydroplanes. And you know, it would just be nice to have the K-boats back around. I think it would, if they did come back around, I believe it would get more interest in people joining a flat bottom class, just because
like a little ladder system.
Yeah. And then maybe one of these days we'll find a new insurance company that'll let you guys throw away your GPSs. I mean, there's other, you know, you see on the internet here and there, you know, someone will comment about, oh, wish this was different or that different. And then you'd have there's like 2 or 3 people that always say it. There's only one insurance company that will insure us. Well, there's a new insurance company insuring offshore boats. So, I mean, why wouldn't they insure inboards and flat bottoms? So
the guy that owns 4 of them owns the insurance company. Like, imagine that.
Yeah. So
maybe just need to get him on one of these.
Yeah, I think it's time someone needs to call that guy.
I did see a video of that dude driving like his for show one, which is literally just a class 1 offshore boat that he outfitted for comfort. It's not. Yeah, and he's doing 180, just cruising, cigar, doesn't even care, bro.
Is that the guy that we were watching that video?
Yeah.
Okay. With Travis Pastrana in the back, like shitting a brick.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
So what's your
you guys anything else for JT before we let him go?
What is your plan for next summer?
Well, like I said, I'm hoping that we can get another pro stock boat or 2 put together. I think we're going to pull ours out of storage and at least go through it and throw a motor in it just so that it's ready to go at this point. You know, maybe get a couple races in as pro stock. Other than that, I mean, goals. Goals to try to break the records again. I mean, it's hard to do in our class with the speed limit, but it's, you know, there is still room for some improvement. It's just, well, let me actually rephrase that. The mile record needs to be reset, because the way that it came apart at Lakeland that last day, the first heat, which would have been the good heat, Duff and I both broke out and did 108, so we both got disqualified, so no record got established for that heat. And then the second race, the second heat of the day, Duff technically set it, but his boat came in underweight. And then it fell to me, and it's sitting at like 78 miles an hour because I had a fuel issue that day. So like I was like running a lap down on him, but still it happened to be the new record time because there was that.
Yeah. When you say you got to pull your pro stock out of storage, come on, man. You know that thing is shiny as could be, pristine and looking good.
I mean, it's dusty. It's dusty, that's for sure.
Just
I mean, it hasn't run in. It probably hasn't run in, you know, I would say 10 years at this point, at least.
Really, that long?
Yeah, I mean, last time I think my dad ran that boat was up in Geneva, New York, back in 2012 or something like that. So it's been quite a few years. So definitely needs a new set of belts and some some updates probably. So
yeah.
Hopefully we see it.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
we see it. Hopefully you guys can find some more people to come out. Do you know if Zabady still has all his flat bottoms?
I believe he does. I think so. Because that's another one that's got a K-boat sitting around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's the one that Dale
triple,
Hernandez
the
used to
triple
drive.
nickel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's triple nickel.
I don't remember the name, but yeah, Dale Hernandez used to drive for him all the time. It's another one like the Fission where it's a center capsule, like a center cockpit kind of capsule setup.
Was Jody Klaus the last one to drive for Zabady before Zabady put his stuff away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that last the Showboat 555, I think. That's yeah, Jody was driving that for a while. So
okay, yeah.
Also, props to Jody for this year too. I mean, he got his act together, and that TRG motor held out for the entire season. So
yeah,
that was pretty cool to see. Awesome. That was a unique motor to be in a boat and a flat bottom. Obviously, seen it in the UL, but pretty neat.
Yeah, I got to give him crap for running a Japanese engine. Well, wait, you guys run a Japanese engine in the 2.5 now, but
yeah,
but
sure.
still,
hey, don't be making fun of the yin yangs.
Don't be funny.
Jeez.
There's the Japanese engines for you. But yeah, you know, I just hope that some of these flat bottom guys who are sitting on their flat bottoms, if you're not going to come out, sell them so someone can come out and race them. I mean, there's a lot of flat bottoms sitting around right now.
Yeah, then the part of the problem too is the way the rules get written for a lot of these classes hinders a lot. I mean, the SE class, which the sportsman entry, which is the 85 or 90 mile an hour speed limit now, I think. When they built the class, I thought, what a great opportunity for entry level flat bottom drivers. 350 crate motor kind of thing. But then, as per usual, what happens is when an engine builder writes the rules, they make all these weird spec rules for a motor, and the next thing you know, you're building what should have been a $4,000 or $5,000 crate motor from GM is now a $10,000 or $12,000 deal to make or something like that to meet specs. Yeah. It's why is somebody going to put together that boat that's not going to there's no way you're going to beat the guy that spends $15,000 on his motor and runs at 92, 94 mile an hour because they don't check the GPSs in that class as nearly as often as us for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it feels like, at least when I see him. But, it's just, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's barriers to entry kind of stuff. What the class should have been, it should have been a crate motor class. Yeah, it's like, here's a motor, here's what it costs, throw it in a boat, have fun setting up your boat, learn to drive kind of thing. Yeah. Instead of spending $15,000 on a motor.
Is there anyone trying to work to get it back to what it should be with that SE engine, or is it too far gone?
I think it's too far gone at this point. I mean, you look at the class here on the East Coast; it's dead pretty much. Greg Barker's been bringing 2 or 3 boats around to the races. I was driving one of his for him, helping him get set up this past season. But there's just nobody out here to step up into that too. So it's like, if you're going to drive, if you're going to spend that kind of money building a motor, you might as well run a class like SA where you can run a little bit faster and anything goes. The only rules for SA motor class is you can't put a blower on it, and you can't put a turbo on it. That's the only motor rules.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
that's wild.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. You can put a 600-inch motor in there, and as long as you don't go over 105, it is what it is.
Yeah, get to 105 in a blink of an eye, and then just stay there.
This motor puts out this much horsepower, but I can't go over 100.
Exactly.
They'd have to put a throttle stop in that thing.
Yeah,
they'd have to put a throttle stop in that thing that was electronic, because I don't think I'd be able to lift.
This is a $25,000
that red light was giving me sunburn one time in the Unlimited in the hot laps. I was like, keep hammering this thing. And 2 violation. What a crike.
Damn.
That's great. So,
you guys got anything to wrap up before we let JT go?
I'm good. Just want to say congratulations on Hall of Champions, dude. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. So.
Yeah, it was fun watching you run this year. Again, I hope you have some success and getting more people out, and hopefully we can see some K-boats run one day in the future. But until then,
cool.
Go break that record again, or go break both of them again.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do this year.
Will you really hold a record that's in the 70s?
As of right now, yeah. It's utterly ridiculous, but yeah.
I mean, I know it should be a lot faster than that, but it's hilarious because there's the T-boat class probably has faster records.
Well, with the speed restriction, is the shorter course?
It's not the slowest,
with the speed.
The skips speeds can be a little.
Yeah, with the speed restriction, will it make the 1 mile course record be faster than the 1.25 miles because you can keep that sustained speed a little bit better? Do you think you're going to have any of that, or do you still think the 1.25 miles will be faster?
I think the 1.25 miles will be faster still.
Okay.
Because of the bigger court.
Yeah, just easier to carry the speed through the turn.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They got
Plus, Waterford has the essays on that. You'll be able to keep speed through those turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good water, too. That's probably as close as you're going to get to Lakeland, I think.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
It's not quite Lakeland, obviously, but.
Definitely. But anyway, thank you for coming on, man. Congratulations on all your success this year. And good luck in the season. And like I said, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. So look forward to seeing you all around at the races.
Congrats on the baby, too.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I was like, we're keeping him up late. This is time he should be sleeping.
Are you going to be at the end of your banquet?
Trying to decide right now whether or not I'm going to go down for Friday or just go down for Saturday for the Champions Banquet thing. So, but I'll be there for.
We'll be down there all weekend.
Cool. Awesome.
All right.
Cool, man. Have a good time.
Good
All right, bud.
Appreciate it.
Have a great afternoon.
So that was cool. Yeah.
That's cool. I got to learn a lot.
Yeah, maybe I should have done some more backstory on Flat Bottoms and his career. Whoops, my bad. It's like one of them things. It's kind of like we talk about with our disconnect with the West Coast, and it's hard to figure out what's going on. Like, even though that was racing with us, like you kind of misstep if you're not involved in it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Got to do a better job.
Time I feel like we've really gotten any sort of, I don't say deep dive because how deep of a dive could it be in an hour, but into the flat bottom world.
Hey,
yeah, for sure.
Next thing you know, maybe Chasing Tails is going to have some rule proposals for an SE class to get a.
Yeah, I'm thinking about writing them.
Fixed.
You think it's too late to put in a engine change rule for them?
Oh, no, they're still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, let's throw one in. Hey, call your mom real quick. She's on the IRC call. Tell them hold the phone. We got another idea.
Got an idea.
I don't know whose name we're gonna throw this one under. We'll put it under Greg Barker.
Wait, I was looking at my phone.
We can ask Annie. She's in the chat.
Hey, what are we doing online? Oh, we're back on. Never mind. It's my phone.
Yeah, we're still live.
No, it's crazy because I don't know that much about flat bottoms, but whenever they're at a race and they're out, I generally watch the flat bottoms.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Fun.
They're kind of hard to miss because they're so loud and like their noise is just so distinct compared to the other classes.
Yeah,
you know, like depending, and every race site's different, but like Valleyfield, for example, it's like that buildup of noise because you get all the way down.
The roar.
It feels like K-boats or flat bottoms are always like that. They almost go silent in the corners in a way, and then end of the straight, it's like, damn, that thing is moving.
Yeah, or you can hear them step on it coming out of the corner too. It's like,
and then you got Daly. Daly is the single pipe on his or the convergent.
Yeah, he's got the try.
That night noise is just you can't do that right there.
No, I hope it would be cool if they get pro stocks on. I mean, pro stocks they move, dude. They're pretty quick. I mean, like, what did you say? The pro stock record was 137.
Yeah. So pro stock, I would imagine, just falls like on the scale between SA and K-boat.
It's basically an SA with no restriction.
Yeah.
Okay. So they can turbo and
a little bit bigger.
No turbo.
No turbo, no supercharger.
No
I thought you said that was the only thing
No
you can't do in SS.
No speed limit.
No speed limit.
That's
no,
right.
Yeah.
The speed limit. I forgot.
So basically, they took Pro Stocks and put a speed limiter on them.
Yeah.
So is that what made Pro Stock go away? Was the insurance issue, or
no timeout? So. Timeout. I don't think it was insurance. I think it was the IRC trying to, because there were so many accidents and them not wanting to put capsules in. They said, all right, well, if you don't want to put capsules in, then you can only go X amount of fast. You know,
I gotcha.
105. I don't know what it might have started out lower.
They did have a bad period there, accident wise, for a while. I know I said I didn't see any. I didn't see any of them, but I know that there were a lot for like a 2-3 year period.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to like say if the rule makes sense or not.
That's it. That's kind of where like we as hydro guys can be like, yeah, you should have capsules, but really
I don't know.
I understand his point.
The boat setups are different and all that.
They do feel like one of those, like a hydro is in sense, it's a modern thing. A flat bottom is not necessarily. That's kind of the point.
Yeah. Right?
So when you get too far away from that, it loses some of its. Like, I feel like a hydro, like there's no limit to modernizing these things because it's a carbon fiber shit, like an airplane looking thing. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of weird
to people on the road say when we pass them. I've heard people think it's a submarine.
Spaceship.
Yeah. It's hard to see though with the flat bottoms. It sucks to see them not doing well, especially like on the West Coast, because you see a lot of like flat bottom style just river boats, people just ripping them up and down rivers, having fun, and
a
little bit
relatable.
Little bit of money change, and they could be out having fun racing.
West Coast and down south, I think like the flat bottom drag racing is where most
it gets.
You see a lot more of it.
If you go to Havasu, there's tons of flat bottoms out there.
Dude, there was I think it was there was that gnarly accident this year where the boat basically just incinerated. It like jumped once and came down and just vanished. I think it was there.
Flat bottoms is definitely cool. It definitely has its place in APBA, and I don't know. Hopefully they have a resurgence where more come out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's, hey, if bring back Pro Stocks and do away with the limiters and just say no speed limit, but you need to sign this for the insurance. An extra line for the insurance waiver. Sign this. If you're not going to run with a capsule, blah, blah, blah.
There's got to be a way, because don't offshore still have like uncapsulated boats? Some dudes are just freaking bashing off our rollers.
I don't know if they still run any uncapsuled boats. I haven't. I
know that Steve Adams guy that we're friends with on Facebook. It's come to a couple skiff races. I think he still runs them.
Yeah, there's a couple.
For example.
Yeah, them pro outboards are running over 100 miles.
Well.
Yeah, them guys are crazy.
Can't tell,
I remember me and Bob watched them, and me and Bob went to that one in Lake Alfred. Them boys were crazy on that.
Yeah, you can't tell me that the flat bottoms are more dangerous than these outboards that are running 120.
Down. I know this is a cardinal sin.
Boy,
what about a roll?
I think you'd hurt them because of the water pressure. The when you can flip them and go upside down. Blow their heads back.
Yeah,
I think that's
water pressure would hurt.
Well, I think they've made a lot of advancements since this 105 rule, and I could be talking out of term and telling lies, but like the airbag system they put on their necks, and like they've got some type of neck restraint now to help with the water bucketing, like all that stuff that's kind of helped it. And I mean, outboards have the same issue, so it's all advancements you have to make as you get to grow. If you can't go to capsules, like what if nobody ever did it back in the day and it wasn't even an option? Like we'd figure out a way to make it as safe as possible.
You have to.
And I think like the guys, and that's why I didn't want to get into it with JT, because everybody has different opinions on the flat bottoms. Like I think there were stories of like there's been way more capsule flat bottom crashes than uncapsulated. So are you making it worse off? Like, and I mean, Brandon Cushing we had on, he got stuck in the capsule because there's no escape hatch.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think it's one of those things, like, just like if you talk to someone who raced hydroplanes in the 70s and they're like, yeah, you guys don't care with capsules anymore. You just go balls to the walls because, less likely to get hurt. And it's probably that same way with flat bottoms.
Yeah.
You know, you get I mean, I'm not one of the greatest flat bottom drivers in history. I'm not trying to pinpoint on him, but look at Duff Daly. Would Duff Daly be driving that hard and that fast if he drove in a non-capsulated boat?
Probably not.
I mean, probably not.
Not through those years of the K boat for sure.
No. So I do think that the capsule does make them drive harder and not crazier, more crazy, but just less fear of crashing because you're in a capsule.
Yeah.
But I don't know. APBA, I can tell you this, they're hurting for boat count. Maybe it is time to saying, you don't think so? They won't do it. What?
What?
Huh?
I said, huh?
Yep.
I wasn't saying that.
Dumbest 5 seconds I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's a clip. We should make that one a no clip tomorrow.
That was ridiculous.
I think, guys, you said that they're hurting for boat count, and I said, you don't say. And I confused the shit out.
Well, they're hurting for boat count, so maybe it is time to relive this flat bottom thing. I mean, I guess on the West Coast, something happened with flat bottoms where they are starting to run an APBA. But
they went outlaw, and now they're back in. So,
but do away. I think they should do away with the 105.
Yeah,
like I said, if it's you're not a capsulated boat, make them sign some other waiver for insurance, and
yeah,
it needs to be explored again. I don't think any of us know like what the actual details are on why it's that way.
Hey,
how to get
I'm gonna find out.
Like, it needs to be looked at.
I'm gonna find out. I did email the insurance company today because I got some questions.
Flip flops.
I haven't got an email back, but first off, I'm trying to figure out how we can make you're allowed to go for a ride again in a Jersey skiff because that's important.
Yeah.
And then flip flops is gonna be my next thing. Like, look, we are motorboaters. We need flip flops.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
What's up if like they outlawed Crocs now?
Did they? There were some people that used to race in Crocs. I'm like, got
Shaw
flippers on,
Bowser,
try and get out of
Shaw
that thing.
Bowser.
Because they're enclosed.
But no, the problem is even if you wanted to try to change anything with flat bottom, what IRC member knows anything about flat bottoms? You generally have Dave Rankin on there, or used to be, and Kip. That's about it. But
I think he was as of last year as well. I think
Dave Rankin.
Yeah. I think he's still there.
Okay. Yeah, he's been on there.
But it's still
for years,
2 against what, 20?
Yeah.
However many they have on there.
Way too many.
They got us yelling now.
Yeah, we haven't even got started. We gonna fire them up here in the next week. It's gonna be
hitting
the ground running.
You didn't see coming. Chasing tails.
Yeah.
Chasing tails for rope with flat bottoms.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the bingo card.
You guys thought the Honda was bad. Just wait.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep.
They're gonna be like, you guys don't even have a flat bottom.
Yeah.
Like, split in the country. One final weekend. Combining classes, which means all the flat bottoms run together. Oh yeah, we're letting the flat bottoms loose.
Yep. No more speed limiter. I mean, could you imagine going down the straightaway and just watching a GPS, trying to so you don't break out?
Bro, I got enough trouble looking at the numbers on the race pack, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's no way. Like I said, that big red light, well, they said it wasn't working. And then in the hot laps or whatever you call them, qualifying laps, so that thing's like glowing. I'm like, I lifted like twice. I'm like, man, screw it. Just kept my foot in it. Ran some nice laps, but then they DQ'd me.
Don't let the big dog eat.
Yeah, let her eat, man. That's called H Unlimited. Where the Unlimited?
Any hydro news? I don't think there's been really. I mean, it's New Year's, Christmas and New Year's. It's not like there's a whole lot goes down.
No hydro news. No hydro news.
I mean, Mercier's paint job came out. That looked cool.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Oh, how about that? The what's her name's? The Supernova. You see them kids busted out on painting that boat?
Yeah.
Like,
I could pull that video off real quick.
I wish I had that many friends. I've done run them all off.
Yeah, you just had me and Austin sitting there not knowing how to use the tools.
Yeah, just getting me some good content. The only thing that gets better content than you guys working in air sander is Jersey Speed Skiffs.
No, not a lot of news. It's pretty boring lately.
Look at a little army, man.
They use the same sound at the gallop.
Do that?
No, I don't know. It sounds like.
Turned out good.
At the end of the day, we need more friends.
And they did
that quick.
They did that all in one day, and I'll never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Exactly. 100%.
Well, no, that's pretty impressive. There's a lot of people on a 16-foot boat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, we got that post earlier. We said, TJ said, don't forget about APBA in Australia this weekend, and then Twizzler. I'm going to call it Twizzler. It's Twizzle. But Twizzle sounds better. Twizzler.
So they're going Honda, huh? That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it would appear. Well, it was Matthew Brown's boat. It had a Honda in it.
Wait.
I like how they put painted it, put the motor back in. They ready to go.
What boat was that? Because you see the
Matthew Brown's.
Yeah, I just
you see it hanging past.
Yeah, smaller. It was a shorter center section on that boat.
Okay.
It's an old boat. That's that one that Beaupre had for a while. Scott Myers had it out west and set a bunch of records. It was one of old Annie Fitzgerald's old boats.
Fitzgerald's, yeah. It was sat at Sandy Thompson's for a while. Sandy Thompson had it and then sold it.
It's crazy.
Sold it to Tim Lee, then Tim Lee sold it to Scott Myers.
Yeah, that boat had a whole nother life. So that's like the other one that
at one point, right? That black boat?
Yeah, it set records out west.
Okay.
With Jesse Robertson driving it. That's like that other boat that I guess Bert had. Jim Benson, I think, had, and then Bert redid it. That went out west. That's now the one Carson Kelly's driving. Like that was a 90s Henderson, and it was back to running good. And I saw a comment the other day. Jeff Bernard said, like, when they ran Y-boat with it, he felt like if they would have gave it a little bit better shot, he thinks it would beat the Y1 or whatever it is now. Like it was that fast for an older boat. Came back to life.
Nice.
Twizzle.
I got the
Twizzler, bud.
Twist.
Probably, I think it was probably the best seat there last year.
Twizzler.
8, 7. Can you turn down the sound of that thing? Holy crap!
There's my boy Slim. That's who needs to come Valleyfield. Slim.
How the hell you do?
What class is this?
Up top left, bud.
Is that GP?
See that speaker? There you go. This is GP.
3, 2, 1.
Bang.
That boat. I love that boat.
Yeah, that was one of the old Steelers.
I said it's an old Steeler.
One of them,
beautiful background.
I didn't know that. Yeah, you don't get much better racing environment than that.
There goes Jack with his new boat. Oh, dang, Jack.
This was last year.
He didn't need this year?
He didn't need enough Twizzlers.
Well, that's the one that came out of the trailer.
Haggerty on the outside.
Haggerty's got speed. He just pushing. Kids,
that's my
outer bound.
I like the style.
Watch the next time.
Jesus.
Hey, flat bottom in it.
Use too much wing there.
No, Ken's boat does that, man. You should max it.
Flaps.
Down the back. Haggerty. He gets the jump on Ken Lupton. They've got a negotiation.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the Steeler that no, never mind. The sponsors came off the one they're running now. The one just prior to that. Because David Alexander ran that boat as the Steeler for a while until he sold it to Haggerty.
Okay.
Want to keep him honest down the straight.
They have the coolest backdrops and all of it. That and like
think this is the really nice one.
No, this isn't the one where it's in the ravine.
I always call it Ratatouille. I have no idea what it is.
Ratty or something like that.
Yeah.
Outside, the white flag goes out. It's Jason Haggerty and Ken Lupton. The battle comes down to the last lap.
Man, look at that.
Jesus, man, turn that thing. I mean, he out on the beach.
He needs a GPS to show him where the course is.
Yeah.
Jason Haggerty down the back straight.
Not a single person on shore
trying to hold
moves,
off Ken Lupton for one more
Radio
time.
man just goes, it's H-Row.
It's Haggerty and Lupton down the back straight. It's going to come into the legs corner. Can Haggerty hold on? Just a fraction more. Around the outside
He gonna
comes
use
Ken
this boat
Lupton.
as a pick.
It's kind of
Lap boat.
Jason Haggerty on the inside. He's going to pick up the win. Jason Haggerty's got it. You're
Slim, you're going to have a stroke there, bud.
Slim
Jason
is hot.
Haggerty, JT
That sound like-
273 picks up the win.
That sound like John Tommy.
Was that the
like,
Boss
getting
or
all
Mobile
excited.
One or something?
Yes.
Ken Lupton.
Man, that was a pretty good race.
Yeah, it was.
Lupton needs a GPS. You need to tighten it up a little bit there. He's running a 3-mile course on 1 2/3 miles.
Yeah, that second to last lap, he went. I think that going as wide as he did was what.
Yeah, that's what killed him.
But again,
Hey, y'all see that?
Depending on
y'all
the
see
setup,
that
he might have needed that.
Right. Y'all see that video H1 posted today? Top 5 races.
They posted something?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Andrew Tate. All top 5. He got second in every single one of them.
Really?
They didn't post one of them winning. He won a lot this year.
No way. That's brutal.
It was like, here's a shrine to Andrew
I guess to
getting
be
second.
fair, usually when he won, he was way out.
Yeah. So they were never good heats. I was like, God damn, like not even one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know we touched base on this again, but what do you think's going to happen Unlimited this year?
Like just predictions?
I don't know. Predictions. Do you think more teams are going to travel? Do you think Bardish is going to come out?
I think you got a shot at some more boats coming out.
I think you have a better shot at more boats coming out than you do more boats traveling. I think the boats that don't run the circuit are not going to run the circuit. I think that's.
I want to see Gunnar O'Farrell travel.
Yeah,
right.
And I think at some point, he might. I don't know what their whole team situation is. He might want to, and it's just not financially
not
feasible for the team, whatever the case may be. But he's definitely, I think, given he could move up the ladder points wise if he ran the whole.
Well, I mean, if you look back just the beginning of last, just a few races that he ran the past 2 years, his driving has improved tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, he was especially this year. The ones he was in the mix. Like I don't know that boat yet has the speed to run with the top guys at the end of a heat, but
I would say he's got the
third lap.
I say he's got the speed, just not the either experience or want to go for like an inside lane.
Yeah.
Like he might, or it might be team orders. Like, but I mean, there was some times he was flying on the outside of the fastest boats.
Yeah.
There's been multiple times where they've come around second, third lap, and he's still racing those guys. It's not.
Yeah, that was that. I didn't see on the H1 of that heat. I forget where it was. Tri-City, Seattle, 1 of 2, where it was Jeff, him, and Jamie, like 3 triple decker.
I want to say it was Seattle.
That was the best race of the year.
I'm
so
sure,
cool to see.
I'm sure someone in the comments is about to correct us.
Yeah, they'll let us know. Back to your point, Bob. Outside of the more boats thing, like I said, I think you got a better chance of seeing either a Bardish or I want to see the U40. There's rumors they might make a West Coast race or 2, which would be cool. That boat can win.
Yeah, it
Put
can
the right
win.
Driver in it, and I think it can go win right now. showed some wicked speed the last time it raced.
I mean, you put it away fast. You put it away fast. It should come out fast. And, if the right driver's in it, it should be top 3. It should be top 3.
Dustin was winning heats in that thing. There's no reason that you put a quality driver in it. It can't go win heats.
Yeah.
Well, and there's rumblings about a format change too, about trying something new. So
interesting. We'll
see if that ever comes into fruition. But I know I feel like it's been a back and forth for many years, the fighting for lanes, assigned lanes. But I feel like if it's ever going to happen, they might try it either at a race or somewhere. It sounds like it, but maybe we'll get official word probably Friday morning in Madison. That's when we'll find out.
Yeah, sounds about right. I think J. Michael Kelly's the boat to watch next year. I think San Diego was like a coming out party for that boat.
I agree.
Yeah,
because it was a coming out party for J. Mike because I think he was being held back by that boat.
Well, no, he was being held back by the Camels. Camel Brothers.
I'm not going to get into that, but I think J. Mike was faster than that boat. Way faster than that boat was able.
I'll just put it out there. The Camel Brothers didn't want to change shit, and then when they got out of there, the new crew chief said, "Well, we've been wanting to try this, and this. Let's do it." They put it together, and they went out there and started running pretty freaking fast. So
yeah,
obviously,
I say besides me, he's probably the best driver out there.
So yeah, what's going on with the Miss Madison? I see they have it flipped over and doing some work to it.
Yeah, so I mean, they went through the whole top side, got everything done there, flipped it over. There's a lot of patches on that boat from over the years, so took some of them off, did them right. Just a lot of bottom work, peeling a lot of paint off, trying to get to the fresh bottom, make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
And pretty much all, I think it's going to get painted here in the next couple of weeks. Going to go all white with it and hopefully get a sponsor. If not, we'll put a different design on it. It'd be pretty cool for the year. So the goal is to hit the West Coast this year for sure. Obviously sponsorship depending. The sport's expensive. It's crazy being involved in it. Like more into what the cost is compared to a Grand Prix, and you only have 10% more speed. It's insane, but that's not my part of it. And hearing the numbers that people spend on these boats, it's like, you could like build a completely new class for a lot cheaper and probably give boats away like HRL did for what you're spending.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I think Alunas are stuck in old times doing things the old way, using washed up stuff that cost a shitload to make. And they just don't get out of their own way to try to make it cheaper to grow the class.
But with the cost, I will say with the cost of engines and stuff, some of the things like shafts in particular, because we're in that business, it's a quadruple the cost of a GP shaft, I'd say. Really? And but it's one of them deals like, who wants to take that risk? If you break it, you're destroying a turbine probably.
Yeah.
So what's working's working, keep spending the money, but I don't know. Hopefully the sport's heading on an up and up, but just seeing all the money that's been dumped in by Daryl and now Bruce, it's kind of like, damn, if they would have taken the initiative like HRL did, they'd have such an incredible class with something people could buy. Like the problem with that class now is like, there's no boats to buy. So you can't even sell a new team in here. They'd have to take another team's boat. So like you're never helping the sport. There's no ability to get new boats.
Can you get a new unlimited made? Like I know Charlie Wiggins made one. Like
if
somebody's got the molds, does he have the molds? I'd imagine.
He made his own molds. I know that, and I think they got molds out west.
Gunner said it was Tri-Cities.
Tri-Cities.
Nice. That was a cool race. But yeah, I mean that's just obviously it takes a lot. Like just like HRL did with Grand Prix. Like Grand Prix was dead. Like you had 4 boats out west racing, still trying to put it together. UL's died off, but they took that money and invested it over a course of time. But I mean, you think about it, it was probably less than $1 million to build 10 boats. And now they have some of the most competitive racing. So if you took that same mantra with the $3 million that people are investing total or more, I have no clue. Exact numbers is just hearsay. Man, it could be cool and new.
So I heard that Rob Graham will be traveling this year. It could be a rumor. There's grumblings that Bardish might come out, but I mean, that one is probably very far-fetched. I don't know.
I know like there's been work slowly being done on the 7, and I know I saw a post not long ago, maybe a month or 2 ago, and there was some comments about, I think Bird even commented about heading down there with parts or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the
boat's not far from being ready.
I know.
If you started now, it's easy to get ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be cool to see that one out though, because that's a competitive haul if I remember right.
Yeah, and I mean Bert lightened that one up. Bardish also has the U2 that I think Bert took like 800 pounds out of it when he repaired it. So like that boat could be fast too.
If the Madison team could pick one West Coast race to go to, which one do you think it would be?
I think you'd wind up doing both Tri-City, Seattle.
Because it's so close.
Yeah, and then I think San Diego would wind up being one of those, like, if you're in the points hunt, maybe go. But, I mean, San Diego's such a risk to tear up equipment because of salt water that isn't worth it for a low-budget team.
Yeah.
That's the hard one.
It is Gold. It's Gold Cup this year, right?
Gold Cup's in.
Oh, is it? Shit. That's what the announcement was.
Pipes is gonna.
That's right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. It's it'll be cool. I mean, you know, you got Jimmy Shane back, possibly U40 coming out. Rob Graham probably might be traveling to more races this year. Madison might be going to a West Coast race. Bardish could possibly be coming out. So there's a lot of. It could be a good year for unlimiteds.
Yeah, I think even if all else being equal, no different participation at each race, I think the Madison's going to be an improved team, which helps the show. The 9 has finally been loose, which massively helps the show. And the 12 was like very encouraging at the 2 races they showed up to last year. And again, that was, you know, they had really bad luck the one day at 1. And again, I feel like anytime you get into an unlimited, those take some time to get up to speed.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
The competition level is going to be insane. Like,
you
might only have 4 or 5 boots, but I mean, they're all competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I think that you're going to have more than 4 or 5 boats at the races. I mean, that's if some travel. If some travel, then
there's talk of 8 in Madison. I didn't count who they are, but if 8 come, I mean, it's the Gold Cup, so it should drag.
If there's 8 in Madison, I might have to leave my couch.
Might have come sit on a couch at the Fairfield.
I will bring a couch.
Because we are going under the bridge again.
Yeah.
There was a futon in the pits last year, so
there you
2
go.
years ago. So it was on a trailer being towed by a 4-wheeler.
Hey man, they better put that thing up on some bricks or something. Bobby roll right out of that thing if it's in the pits.
Man,
I'll be too fixated on the black flag.
I'll get a blow up couch and put it up on top of the hauler.
There you go.
I'll just sit up there all day.
Better bring your sunscreen. Yeah, sunscreen and a wind.
But no, I think it'll be a good year. I think it will be a better year for unlimited than it will be for GPs. I just don't think you're going to get the participation out of GPs this year for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't see it being any worse than last year. Not that last year was particularly bad, but I just don't see it going backwards.
Well, I mean, Ken Lupton's only going to run a race or 2. You have Jack Lupton that's not coming over. You have the GP79 who he only went to Valleyfield rather than GPA.
I guess you're looking at it from our perspective, East Coast. I think overall, I think the GP will be no different than last year, if not a little better. I think on the East Coast, obviously the 79 running or only a handful, 1 or 2. East Coast races hurts. I will say, even though you're losing Jack Lupton, I think you're gaining about as close as you could have in Mercier. And
I don't think Mercier, I don't think they'll come to, say, Madison.
That's yeah, for sure, and that's fine. But I think the other 5-6 races they show up to, it's definitely going to be a good addition to this year. It will. I think it will sufficiently replace Lupton, not in a bad way. With him not being here, I think that's a big gap in the show.
What boat did they buy?
The old 104.
Okay, yeah.
Was the 9.
Yeah.
It's a good haul.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fast boat. It's just Lane will keep his foot in it. But yeah, I mean, I know. I'm pretty sure they made the commitment that Cambridge won't have GPs again, so we lose out on that.
You bring it.
Madison will be good because you get some of the HRL boats, some of the GPA boats. Be a little mix, and hopefully you're gonna have a few GPA boats come up to.
Does Madison
Valley
really
Field.
drop? Madison really dropping 2.5s?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so.
Fucking bipes.
Yeah.
See what happens?
Did
His
tear up
first
a lot
year-
of equipment there.
First year as regatta president, he's saying, I'm going to make this change. We're doing this. Second year, nope, you can't come. Nope, we're not doing this. Nope.
We're cutting budget
Well,
here.
to be fair,
Just
the two
pipes.
main things that we're referencing was going under the bridge, and they got crucified for it.
Crucified.
I don't
yeah.
blame them on that one. I don't necessarily agree with the crucifixion on the racing merits, but whatever. It's what people want to see. More than half of the 2.5 stocks did complain about damaging their boats.
Yeah, but now they want to come back.
Now they want to come back.
It's funny how
I'm not
you
taking a side
forget.
on it. I want to race. I'd love to bring 2.5 and run there.
But
I can also.
I wish we could get more participation, like more of the HRL.
You
boats,
won't get a
stuff like
single
that, make it a
HRL
bigger
guy the week
event.
before
But you got Valleyfield the following
Not a
weekend.
chance.
And I told Kyle once, I said, "Hey man, if it wasn't for you, our boat probably wouldn't go either." To be honest, the 2.5.
But the people were like, "Oh, we need the bridge. All that need the bridge." I mean, talking about drivers, I'm like, you're still going to struggle in the first turn, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's kind
But
of crazy.
But so that stinks. I just don't get why GPs aren't going to go to Cambridge unless that was a Cambridge decision.
Yeah, I think it's a financial deal.
Yeah.
GPs are going to get paid a little bit more at the HRL races this year. Cambridge saw that last year they had a pretty good show. They were able to make money. It's a smaller event, so I mean,
Good show.
they gotta start
win it out
building.
the second day.
Right, they got to start building the other side of it to then bring GP back as the main course for the racing side of it. But for right now, I think a business decision right now, it's good, but like start to focus maybe after the race this year on bringing them back the following year. Like it's our best course, best water, usually good competition there. So I hate not going there, but
Cambridge is saying, yeah, we're not going to have you guys, but have fun racing in Sorel.
Yeah. That's another one. I don't know who's going there. Well, all the ones.
Huey says he's going to all
Huey's
of them.
going. Yeah,
Huey's going to all of them.
That's because his main sponsor is from Sorel. If that race was Cambridge, he wouldn't be there.
But Huey, when you destroy your boat in Sorel, is your sponsor going to buy you a brand new boat? No.
Maybe that's his goal. He did say in that post that next year they might get a new boat. Could be the motive.
So is
you guys got a decision.
Yeah,
on that one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't
being
know.
up against Decatur.
We haven't really came to a conclusion. I mean, we're going to talk to Ronnie, obviously, if he wants to buy a certain place, so we're going to take it there. But if it's left up to us, I don't know yet.
Yeah. It also sucks it's that early in the season, because if you come out of Cambridge with a good weekend, good points.
And that's the thing. I think with where
like,
it is, if we come out of Cambridge and it's like, we found a way to go beat the 92. If we came out of Cambridge first, I don't know that we have a choice.
Right. Exactly.
Obviously, that's optimistic, but if we come out of Cambridge in second or third, and we're looking at speed, and they're not way ahead of us again. You got 5 races of points left.
Yeah.
So, but then it's Summer Nationals. It's APBA. And then, we want to support APBA. It's probably one of our closer APBA races outside of
the biggest one.
It's the biggest one. So that sucks, man. Screw you guys. We've been sitting here for 2 years live on Facebook every week talking about don't mix dates.
And there you go and do it.
Good job, HRL.
Yep. Dang, Sorel.
Diddy doesn't care if he stacks dates, so.
Yeah. They said it was Sorel that chose the date, but I mean, you got to tell them what's going on in the world.
You run a series. You don't say you don't be like, no, right. Come to us with the proposal.
It ain't like it's going to change. It ain't like it's going to change the water conditions. At the end of the day, water's going to be
still going to be horrible.
The only time it might be better is if you go in the fall or in the spring when there's no boat traffic.
Yeah,
but it still ain't going to be good because of the seawall situation.
You don't want to go in the spring because the water's still ice freaking cold.
Right.
Shit, it's cold in that river anyway.
Yeah.
I know.
What difference does it make?
Like you go to Valleyfield, you see people out there swimming and stuff. Like after the races, like you know that's like under 40 degrees.
Like spring water.
Don't go swimming there, man. It's cold.
Yeah, that water's like 70 something. It ain't 40 degrees.
Man, when I get in up past my knees, it feels like it's 40
it feels like 40. So you got that. Speaking of dates, and I feel like we haven't went on that rant yet, but you got that one, and then you got Hampton. Like that is just crazy.
What did Hampton
going up
go
against? Tonawanda and Seattle, because Seattle and Tonawanda are the same weekend. That's been for ages.
That's already a debate that like a
but that's okay.
I don't totally understand that one. It's not that big of a deal, but
like you lose out.
Tonawanda too is
there's a lot of West Coast guys that would have run Hampton probably. Like Andrew Tate would have drove probably 300 to Hampton. You got Scheckler and them guys that probably would have come to Hampton. You got Corey Peabody that's got a 5-liter, probably would have came to Hampton. Like, what are we doing?
Hampton's just digging their own grave.
The part that I don't understand,
because
I'm sure there's some city-based or whatever thing on their side or whatever.
Come out and say it.
Yeah, come out and say it. Also, the next weekend, which I think is when they originally were, is open. And then you have August 29th, 30th, and September 5th and 6th. There's 3 weekends after that before you get really into September, like that far into September, that are open. 3 weeks in 3 weekends in 6 weeks.
I think what happened is they were just like, we're going back to our original date.
Yeah.
For the 100th thing. Because it used to be like, didn't we used to go Cambridge, then down there to Hampton over? Those were like back to back. I feel like, and it was always an early August race.
They were
just like, we're going back to our original date.
No,
oh, shit, there's 2 races on that.
Then it used to be Ken Island was first week of August.
Might have been. Maybe it was Ken Island and then Hampton. I feel like they were usually back.
Yeah, I think it was Ken Island, Hampton. Man, I missed that little run there. You know, you had Cambridge, Ken Island, Hampton. What other races we missed? Elizabeth City.
That was the run that we always made when we were younger, because we didn't go to like your guys' whole schedule, but we always did those like close to you guys, roughly out there, out east.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just can't. You can't make this.
It's
shit
frustrating.
I'll tell you
man.
what.
It's cool for the people that are fans of boat racing that weekend to some degree, because there's just so much to see and watch. But it's like the quality of each one. I mean,
if it's live stream,
some cases really hindered, and then
you're gonna see Hamptons.
Yeah,
and that's what like it irritates me. And like I said, we're talking off the cusp, and we'll probably get some hate mail, and that's fine. Just fire us up.
All I gotta say is
don't know all the details, right? So we got all we don't have all the details. But Hampton, I swear, is the premier boat racing location on the East Coast. And we've lost the premierness of it.
It was like a badass race. I mean, just think if they actually put in a course that you actually had to drive on rather than a big oval.
Big, wide open.
It would have been sweet, because that bridge is the best place to watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's hard to
awesome besides Stewart. Stewart was cool.
I mean, there's other places, like thinking back in the day, that were awesome to watch, like
Stewart.
You had Clarksville with the bridge.
Yeah, Clarksville was cool.
That was
a fun
pretty
race.
Cool.
So that was a fun race.
You
remember Matt O'Connor breaking the light at the bar on the way out?
Oh, man.
He's like, I'm out of here. The glass just shattered.
Dude, that was some crazy times. You're too young, but Meridian, Mississippi, that was you're up on the causeway looking down. That was a good one to watch. I mean, even old videos are good to watch from there. So many race sites that were just great sites.
Raleigh.
You lose them. Raleigh was really good.
Unbelievable.
Video had me cracking up.
Raleigh.
What's interesting to me, and I never got to go to some of the sites you guys have mentioned, but it seems like a lot of the sites that we don't go to now that I did go to and remember had these awesome vantage points to watch races. And not that like the ones we have now aren't good, but like some of them aren't great. It's like, it's really hard to sell a show when there's nowhere for the people to watch it.
Yep.
Tell me a good race site where it is awesome viewing with great water.
Pontiac Lake.
Hampton.
Yeah.
But like, again, those are it.
That's about
Pontiac
it.
Lake, Pontiac Lake's coming back. Like I wasn't here for the last 10 years.
Like Pacon's cool. It's unique because they're coming at you, but it's unique for the videos, for the footage that you can capture and put on social media. For a fan sitting there watching it, it sucks.
I think
fans
so far away. Being not like us, where we're trying to see the boat the whole way around the course, they like it because they get the unique side of an up close corner shot that other people don't usually get.
That's true.
What sucks is so much of it is, I mean, probably a third of each lap is watching their rooster tail go the other way. That's
Bo just said Tri-Cities, but I've never been to Tri-Cities.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought Tri-Cities water sucked too. Sure. I thought they always complained about it.
Yeah. Tri-Cities isn't smooth.
I thought they all hated it. I thought that's why they moved the course around and shit. Whatever.
That was something with the shallow water or something. But they still
maybe Tri-Cities is nice.
Probably be better if they ran like a mile course and tucked it in close to the fans. That'd be pretty cool.
But they
novel concept, to be honest.
Like Kent Island. Yeah, I mean, you didn't get that many fans on the shore, but the course was coming at you. Yeah. But you got 10 times more fans right on the boats watching. I mean, maybe that's a bad subject, but
10 times, yeah. Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
That was a cool place. I still got the videos from that when we had the fastest show on H2O. And we had that big old camera. Just some boobies when we went out there. Dude, I just threw that thing away like 2 months ago because I'm like, what am I doing with this thing? But it looked cool, man. You look professional rolling up in there.
Ridiculous.
That 1989 space movie was filmed.
Yeah,
that thing.
It still had the cassettes, man. You had to take them off the cassettes and get them on a computer somehow. Crazy times. We didn't even get into any rants.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's 9:55.
So yeah, I guess next week. I mean,
1992 space movie.
There you go. So next week we'll get into more of our rants. I did get a text. Your mom just texted me that they're going to be working on our rule proposals, trying to get them cleaned up. Obviously, the main one we're focused on, two class combinations. That's a no-brainer, but they probably won't get passed. But going to one final weekend format, we put it in there. Same point system. If you miss a heat because of weather, you get 65 points. That way you kind of match up with if there's another race on the same weekend, those kind of things. Just makes sense. One winner. Make the fans that went there Saturday, give them something to come back for Sunday.
I've always found it funny where people are like, well, what about the fans Saturday? They don't really get to see the final. And it's like, aren't you supposed to be trying to sell them to come Sunday?
Right.
Isn't
and
if you got, isn't that what you're supposed
to do? Ding,
right.
ding.
And if you got good action, also look at HRL. A lot of the qualifiers are better than their little thing they're doing. Most of the qualifiers are better than the finals.
Show up, follow us on social media.
Yep. Exactly.
But time out. So you mean to tell me they're going to tell a difference from the two heats on Saturday and Sunday that one's not a final? I mean,
exactly.
In APBA, it's not like you have 20 boats in one class where you're eliminating boats to get down to the final. Like, does it really matter if they see the final or not? You want them to come the next day. So you're selling it. Hey, this isn't the final's not today, it's tomorrow. So make sure you come tomorrow.
For those worried about the getting eliminated from finals, one, they already exist, and two, very few races that we have currently are small enough to where the boat count that we get, the course is small enough to where the boat count that we're getting even means there's a limit.
And they've been doing that the A and B finals, which is cool. Exactly. I mean, as long everybody gets the same with HRL, everybody gets 4 heats a weekend. And if you win the Consi, well, we don't do a Consi, but in HRL, if you win the Consi, you get 5 heats a weekend.
Yeah. So we'll get to rant more about these next week, and then after that,
maybe even have Timmy on and beat him up.
The weekend after next podcast, and then 1 week off, so we can go crazy about whatever happens at the HRL Gala, and then the APBA banquet, and then we're really gonna have some some talking
Should be fun.
points. Yeah. So I got nothing.
All right, boys. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go.
He
I
got
have a
off his phone,
challenge.
so now it's bedtime.
For any of the 20 people still watching this, or people that watch later and get to this point of the contest, or whatever we call this thing, podcast contest, I got a challenge. Go in your shop where you're working on your boat, film yourself, and tell us what you're doing around your boat, what your winter plans are, those kind of things. Keep it short and sweet, 30 seconds or what. Either post it on your page and we'll share it, or send it to us and we'll post it. We need to get some more of this winter projects going on. Bob will do a video from Couch Kennedy of the repairs he's doing to the springs.
Since we're live, I'm just going to start working on my boat.
There you go.
That's all I got right here.
Hey, you got it.
There's my video.
Nice. It's shiny. I bet you already put a hole in that one too.
Man, I got the sponson all busted in.
Yeah, it does look like it's got a hole in the bottom.
Fucking Kent made this hole.
God damn.
You don't know how to turn.
So anyway, folks, that's episode 73. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. We're putting out a lot of content if you haven't noticed, and we'll see you next week.
So you